This episode of Total Drama Reviews contains clips from Total Drama Action. I do not own Total Drama Action. All rights go to FreshTV. Remember to be civil and do not be me in the comments. Seriously, it can get really messed up. Carpe diem, my name is Ultranatic, and this is Total Drama Reviews. This is where I, as a lover of animation and reality shows, look over the show and combine them together the best. And the episode we're looking at today is entitled Riot on Set. I never thought I'd ask for you-know-who to show up. I knew that draw him out. Do you by chance know what movie that Tao's referencing? Never heard of it. What is it? Oh god, no, we've already got an episode entitled One Aqua Gone Wild. Let's please keep this rated PG. Thank you, I can work with that. Yes, thankfully this episode isn't centered around that genre of movies, or really any other genre, for the most part. It's instead centered around the struggles of working on a professional film set. And I'm completely for this idea. After all, working with a TV or film crew is incredibly grueling work, and using it as the basis for a challenge is very well thought out. Arguably, it should have been the first challenge of the season. But hey, third isn't too bad, provided it's got a good execution. But that begs the question, does it have a good execution? Well, get your clacker boards ready. I will eventually figure out what they find so damn funny. This is Riot on Set. So we open with the contestants being woken up by a cheery, delightful sound. Yeah, he uses that air horn a lot, doesn't he? Ow! Because using loud, obnoxious sound effects over and over again won't get annoying real fast. That's not me, that's my character to do that. The insufferable one whose name I haven't figured out yet, but I've got an inspector on the case.
You can count on me, Chief. I'm always on duty.
That guy's name is Penny, right?
All crew on set. Call time is 4 a.m.
At first, I thought he was talking to the crew, not us. I was really hoping they'd replace Chris the Creep with a nicer host this time around. Is that mean? Sorry.
They all gather together to learn what the purpose of today's challenge is.
Today you're gonna get schooled on how tough on-set production life can be.
Whatever, I can deal. I once had a summer job at a petting zoo. Everybody feeding the adorable goats their adorable cabbages. But somebody, i.e. me, had to shovel up the less adorable end of the digestive process.
Have I mentioned that Gwen is way better this season? Speaking of which, it's time for Gwen and Trent to pick their new teams.
We're not gonna get all competitive and nasty, are we?
Absolutely not. We learned from last season, right?
Right. Wait, what? Sorry, I'm a dumb, ignorant guy when it comes to your relationship. It's not like I saw and reviewed every episode of the season prior or anything, but could you remind me again when either of you were competitive or nasty with each other?
Don't talk to me.
Are you still mad about the whole burying you alive thing?
Yeah.
Why should you care? You think I'm a cliche.
Where'd you get that from?
Her?
Yeah, that fits the nasty criteria, but the way he said it implies competitive and nasty in-game, not as a couple. So when were either of you overtly competitive with each other? I mean, Alejandro and Heather in the next season fit that criteria, it's the core of their relationship. But Gwen and Trent's core was...
I think I'm so tired, I'm not tired anymore. Does that make sense?
I really have no idea.
Xanax. Lots and lots of Xanax. More Xanax than Drake has ever consumed.
You're gonna choose schoolyard style. Boy, girl, Ladies first, Gwen.
I don't know. Duncan?
I can't believe she just went ahead and chose Duncan. I mean, they're kind of alike, and now she wants to be on the same team? What am I supposed to make of that? You think you know a person.
Whatever I said in my last whole drama review, you know, I just realized the jealousy plotline isn't automatically bad. It just seems that way because it's such an overdone storyline. I take it back. Not that this plotline can't be done well, but I was totally wrong as to why it's so hated. It's not that it's overdone, it's that it's virtually impossible to make all the characters look good in this plotline. Heck, take it from a more experienced YouTuber, Todd in the Shadows.
I can't think of anything less attractive than jealousy. I mean, envy is one of the deadly sins. Deadly sins are supposed to be fun, but envy? No one enjoys that. It's just a pain in the ass for everyone involved.
And whether Todd realizes it or not, he's not just referring to who's in the relationship, he's referring to anyone witnessing the relationship, whether it be family, friends, or even a TV audience.
What am I supposed to make of that? You think you know a person.
Now, granted, as unlikable as this plotline is and even will be here, I think I'd still prefer it to the first season Gwen arc, because at least this story does lead to actual character, even if it is stupid, irrational, and petty. The stupid and irrational part being that Trent is upset at Gwen for picking Duncan.
I can't believe she just went ahead and chose Duncan. I mean, they're kind of alike, and now she wants to be on the same team?
Yeah, Duncan's definitely not a strong person with good leadership skills and a big target on his back. Her picking Duncan for her team must have been a selfish move. No, you want selfish and, yeah, even petty? Watch this.
I choose the beautiful Lindsay.
Yay! The beautiful? What? Was Trent trying to tick me off by picking Lindsay like that? You think you know a person.
Oh, I'm with Gwen on this one. What the heck is Trent thinking? One, because him doing this is the most obvious middle finger towards his girlfriend he could give right now. I mean, when Gwen chose Duncan, did anyone else hear the question mark at the end of her pick?
I don't know. Duncan?
She was clearly thinking it over. It's not like she's the freaking bachelorette picking which guy she wants to bang the most. Well, I get one of those four and I'll figure it out later. But second, this doesn't even work as petty revenge because wouldn't the smarter move be to say, hey, if you think you can pick the guy you'd most likely rebound with if we broke up, not likely for that to happen, but if you can do that, how about I pick your best friend, Lashana, so you're forced to compete against her as well?
Oh my god, that makes so much sense.
I mean, if you're going to be butthurt about something completely innocent, at least be smart and innovative about it. That one choice would have added so much more drama to this season. Because if Gwen's team loses the challenge, she's in jeopardy. But if she wins the challenge, both of her best friends are in jeopardy. Does this show have any imagination?
I'm liking the twos today. Must be Tuesday.
Okay, the answer is yes, it's just terrible imagination.
Because I like to keep things cool, I pick Lashana.
I choose Justin.
Oh, pick all the good-looking contestants. That'll get you far.
It will in showbiz.
I can't disagree with you. I really can't.
Nor can I.
DJ?
Beth.
Remember, keep your enemies closer. No. Really? You don't mean... Fine. We choose Heather.
Really?
I'm not banging Hangman's tail for the reason you think. At least not just for that reason. Yeah, it's pretty freaking stupid for Gwen to pick her worst enemy over E-Scope just because. I guess the smart part about it is that if their team loses, she'd be an easy vote because unlike last season, Heather has no power. But she'd easily go home on the other team as well, so what difference does it make? Ironically, it makes a lot of difference in the potential for drama. If Heather, as opposed to E-Scope, was on Trent's team, it'd give more chances for Beth and Lindsay to get revenge on her.
Two-faced, backstabbing, lying little...
Yeah, they've done so already, but not as much as Gwen and Lashana have. Let them have a little more time. But also because it'd make Heather even more competitive to beat Gwen's team. And she could do everything in her power to turn Trent against Gwen again. Yes, I did, but now I realize what the biggest problems with that really were. Because the plotline from Search and Do Not Destroy was for Heather to break up the strong, likable showmance of Gwen and Trent. Two big problems, though. One, Gwen and Trent were dull as dirt last season. And two, the reason they had for breaking up came so far out of left field it would have knocked the shortstop out. But those problems are immediately fixed here. Gwen and Trent do have likable personalities here, and a natural, believable conflict between them has emerged. They're on different teams, and Duncan is now a potential fracture in their relationship. The issue with the plot now is the strength of their relationship, which feels about as solid as a popsicle stick house considering Trent's out of nowhere jealousy. But last episode, Trent did see Gwen could stick it to Duncan, and he seemed to appreciate that.
I love seeing Gwen stick it to Duncan. She's so awesome.
So what if he kept that mentality and it made their faith in each other grow? That'd be heartwarming. But where would the drama in the story come from now then?
It's about time someone realized who's the most valuable player here. I mean, seriously, people.
I mean, Heather's not winning this season. I think someone with Stevie Wonder's eyesight could see that. But if she's not going to be in for the long haul, at least give her the most antagonistic plotline you can for a short runtime. Have her be in Trent's ear and corrupt him to think that Gwen's over him and with Duncan now. It'd give an actual enemy, and the collapse of the relationship would be believable. Plus, even though Heather has plenty of reasons to hate Gwen, there is one motivation that hasn't been looked into yet. Remind me again, who was responsible for Heather's head being shaved? Let me rephrase that. Who dared Heather to have her head shaved? You're killing me, Smalls. It was Gwen! It was because of her that Heather had no choice but to take that dare or else lose the game. Wouldn't the brilliant revenge be breaking up her and Trent again, except even harsher this time? Oh wait, I forgot. When it comes to drama in this show, it's just a word in the title, not an element wants to creatively utilize. I love this show, but it's a headache sometimes. Anyways, Trent finishes his team off with Owen and E-Scope, and Gwen gained Harold for hers.
Gwen, I christen your team the Screaming Gaffers. Trent, you're the Killer Grip.
I don't a grip?
Please. It's not like being called a gaffer is something to brag about. It sounds like something that has rabies.
I'm sick and tired of getting no respect around here.
For as random a cameo as those OG designs for the contestants are, their bit part in this episode is somehow the best part of the episode.
Okay, since we're running late now and don't seem to have any more, whatever those two crew dudes did, we better get going.
I didn't know William Shatner could do a perfect imitation of David Spade's voice, but his mannerisms still need work.
Your challenge? For each team to set up a film set. As location manager, I want your sets to go there.
I did not sign up for this.
Lights, camera, action.
So the teams begin without waiting for their cue to finish. Yeah, you guys would work great on a film set. And lo and behold, we get more envious douchery from Trent.
What are you doing with him?
We're on the same team?
And we're on the same team.
Oh, that's why that jealousy plotline between Trent and Lindsay wasn't using up the creep, because it would have involved Trent acting like an asshat. No, I'm sorry, that was wrong of me to say. Trent's not acting like anything.
People, this is crazy inefficient. I say we organize relay style and pass the equipment up.
If you say it, we're not doing it.
But it's a good idea.
Heather's right, that is a good idea. I know you two get along about as well as Wonder Woman and Cheetah, but why shoot down Heather's idea just for that? She's not going to throw a challenge, her neck will be on the line if you guys lost. So they get their set set up with the exception of the trailers.
How the heck are we gonna get those trailers all the way up the hill?
I have a great idea.
Push it up together. Seriously, is that not an option? You don't have to carry every prop individually. No, Lindsay wants to be more independent, which I totally support.
Let's get Tyler to do it. He's not here anymore. Oh, right. Bummer.
If she wasn't being written like a stereotypical dumb blonde again. Because yeah, remember last season after she was voted off where she somehow couldn't tell where Tyler was despite being right next to him most of the time?
Now Tyler and I can hang out. Which one's Tyler?
Well, let's reverse the joke and make it a freaking running gag.
You know what would be so great? Is if you picked Tyler.
Tyler's not in the game anymore.
Seriously? Bummer. Did you say Tyler's here? That's amazing. Tyler is not in the game anymore. Oh, right. Let's get Tyler to do it. He's not here anymore. Oh, right. Bummer.
Lindsay, you're still a wonderful human being, but the writers keep making you stupid and the NC's co-stars. They instead motivate Owen to pull it up.
Oh, there's catering at the top of the hill. Just take that trailer up there with you and you can eat.
And while Trent's giving Owen some positive encouragement, he plans to do the opposite for his girlfriend.
Hey, new best friends. How do you like that? You gonna cry together, you punk wannabes?
What, are you gonna cry now? Come on, cry, baby, cry for me. Come on, cry.
Not cool. Not cool at all.
Apparently the gaffers are shocked by Trent degrading Gwen as the minor characters in the Haunted Mascot of someone genuinely scaring them.
You don't stop talking, you'll get what's coming to you, too.
You tell your sick little friend that I'm gonna call the police.
These people seem to be offended by the least offensive things. Actually, are we sure both these shows were ahead of their time?
We are taking that team down.
Oh no, what if the trailer slips and rolls back down the hill and possibly hurts someone? What then?
How about you just have your team walk ahead of you so if the trailer failed, there wouldn't be anybody in its path? Am I the only person thinking these things through? So the Grips get their trailer up first, thus winning the challenge.
Well, not exactly.
Mr. Potenza, did the episode run like 30 seconds short of dialogue so they made you stretch Chris's lines out for no reason at all? Yeah, that's the biggest problem with the episode, aside from the second botched Gwen story arc. Because despite this episode ending with someone going home, the stuff not part of that storyline is largely filler. As you'll see when Chris reveals their challenge is only halfway over.
That was only the first part of the challenge. Did I neglect to mention that?
Yes! You know, Chris, you might be a parody of God of the Month's reality show host Jeff Probst, but when Jeff pulled stuff like this, like misleading the contestants from Survivor Thailand about a fake merge, he didn't lie to the contestants saying that there actually was a merge and then pull a psych on them. He just chose his words very carefully.
Today something very different is happening. The two tribes will now live together on one beach.
I never would have expected our merge to have gone as smoothly as it has.
You said merge.
Yes.
I certainly didn't say anything to give you that impression, did I? What I said to you guys when you left is something very different's about to happen. Two tribes will live together on the same beach. That's exactly what you're doing. You are two tribes living on the same beach.
But when Chris does this, he either lies or just leaves information out, which is aggravating as hell.
We did it! We're safe!
That's not exactly true. Heather is safe because her bike crossed the line first, but since Duncan and Owen wiped out and didn't complete the race, they technically didn't cross the line at all.
If the goal is to make Chris be the product of making Jeff Probst be an asshole, well, Mad TV beat you to it and did it way better, with both actors and the actual Jeff Probst.
Oh, just give me the damn bucket already. But I haven't voted. You know what, Connie? If anybody wanted your opinion, you'd still be on television. Good point.
So the rest of the episode's an acting challenge with the teams, each given a different script, must get a tear out of the hardcore Chef Hatchet.
And what we've got here is the set for a tearjerker, starring an elderly lady considering her long life. You'll be making a feature about a thug who tries to go straight but can't resist the lure of the street.
You know, wouldn't a fair challenge be for both teams to get the same script? I mean, if you gave one team a page from Spider-Verse and the other a page from Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, I'm pretty sure they would get different reactions, just saying.
And now it's time to choose an actor to perform a scene.
But okay, we do have a genre for this episode now, dramas. Ironic considering the actual drama in this episode is either untapped or unlikable, but whatever.
Chef, give the teams their scene.
All right, we need an old lady.
Oh, please, let me do it! It's gotta be me! I'm like 87 years old on the inside, because I've been reincarnated like a whole bunch of times. I'm the reincarnation of my very own Granny Mavis!
Yeah, I know, Dracula's daughter. Everyone freaks out at first.
Hey there, laddie! You spilled a wee bit of haggis on your kilt, and I can tell you, the locks are rising up to the claw!
Okay,
fine!
I feel like that reaction should have been a little closer to E-Scope's mugging, but again, we're 30 seconds short of a finished story. Just fill it with anything.
You have got to play the gangster.
Don't typecast me. I don't even know if I can act.
You want Harold to do it? He's as tough as butter.
Don't expect DJ to be your tough guy. How can you say that?
I don't know, Charlie Brown Lips.
I can almost hear your sweet lullabies, Mama.
Manly as a moon pie. So the next couple of minutes are pointless filler that amount to practically nothing. The most we get story-wise is this.
1, I can't memorize this much, and 2, these lines are way out of left field.
You just stand there and look pretty, okay? Pretty boy?
Don't call me pretty.
You are not pretty, okay, Duncan? You're hot, okay? You look hot, sexy, stud-like.
That's better.
It's not like she's the freaking bachelorette picking which guy she wants to bang the most. Well, I get one of those 4 and I'll figure it out later. Oh. Okay, I know everyone's looking for as much grunking material as possible, but Gwent fracturing does not automatically make that mean anything. Yet. But okay, fine. There is one thing that happens which will amount to something major in the season.
This light is just appalling. How am I supposed to work without a proper trailer and lighting? That's enough! We've got to toughen you up, you big old marshmallow. Here's the deal. I'll help you man up and win this thing. You don't ask any stupid questions, and you split the prize with me. It's an offer you can't refuse. I won't let you.
Okay, ignoring how completely illegal this must be, DJ doesn't need to refuse your offer. Because there are cameras everywhere, the producers could just shut this deal down right now. If they want to, but since no one's stopping you right now, I guess they're totally okay with you cheating. I guess because they had a bunch of meetings to Heather last season, they were like, sure, why not? Oh, by the way, hypocrite DJ, you'd have a proper trailer in line if you didn't have the balls of a freaking Ken doll. Who am I kidding? Ken has more balls than you do. Toy Story 3 showed that.
Sunnyside could be cool and groovy if we treated each other fair. It's Lotso. He's made us into a pyramid, and he put himself on top.
But screw it, now it's time for the actual performances.
When I was a young schoolgirl in Poland,
frolicking through the fields with my pet goat in the summer sun, those were my happiest days.
Now you listen, and you listen good. If your fighter doesn't go down in the first round, you'll be sleeping with the fishes.
Did you check the envelopes before you labeled them?
I thought you checked them.
Okay, this scene is both intentionally and unintentionally hilarious for several reasons. First, because, wow, Duncan was absolutely right. His lines were way out of left field. And no one even bothered to check to see if he was right. Heck, no one from the Grips checked theirs either. You guys make terrible production teams.
And, that's tough to do because, you know, they have no eyelids, and it's hard to sleep. Hey, I can flip my eyelids. Hey, anyone want to see me flip them?
So after E-Scope predictably goes off script,
I've lived a good, long life. I've loved, I've laughed, but what I miss most of all is my sweet little goat. Chopin. Oh, wow.
Mba. Mba.
Okay, Duncan's soap opera acting mixed with the mismatched dialogue and the Sally Field level crime makes this whole scene a little cringeworthy, but a lot hysterical.
I've lived a good, long life. I've loved, I've laughed.
Seriously, we're 2 lines away from a Tommy Wiseau outburst.
But what I miss most of all is my sweet little goat, Chopin. Oh, wow, wow.
You are tearing me apart, Chopin!
Donkey clearly wins for best performance. The Screaming Gaffers win it.
You're gonna teach me how to be a tough guy?
Tough guys cry. And did you notice how your team just won? Who was the judge, DJ?
Yeah, I don't buy that Chef gave that challenge to DJ's team. I legit believe he found it so funny it made him cry tears of joy. But now Trent's team has to eliminate somebody after he smooths things over with Gwen.
Duncan's performance made me realize some stuff. I've loved, lost, but what I miss most is my sweet little goat Gwen.
Yeah, we'll stick in the middle on this one.
You guys are just friends, right?
Worry not. The guy has a secret photo of Courtney under his pillow.
Oh yeah, did people forget that Duncan is still canon? Duncan's a lot of bad things, but he's not a two-timer. Don't even finish that bookmark. I'm speaking in the present, not the future tense, for Chris's sake. Oh, speaking of which...
Gilded Chris's go-to, Trent, Owen, and Beth. And now, only 3 nominees left.
You know, for all the filler in the episode, did anyone think to come up with actual ideas for anyone to be considered for elimination? I mean, East Coast's performance didn't win the challenge, fine, but it didn't exactly lose it either. Chef stated as much.
Did you notice how your team just won? Who was the judge, DJ?
And just so I'm not tooting my own horn, here's why Lindsay or Justin could have been targeted. Because Lindsay's got friends on the other side with Gwen, Lashana, and could flip at any time. And because Justin's lazy. At least I'll assume he's lazy. We barely even saw him in the episode, much less saw him do anything. Okay, that's flimsy reasoning. There's no actual proof that Justin's lazy. Go ahead and bring it down, thank you. But because the only person with anything close to reason we voted off is Izzy, she goes home.
I'm not going anywhere. That's not my name.
Girl likes to be called Kaleidoscope.
Can I get a pen over here? It says E-scope now, okay?
And in case you're wondering, no, this isn't the part where that subplot comes back into play in a weird-ass way. We're still a bit of ways from that.
This was just a dress rehearsal, my darling. Mark my words.
And that was Riot on set. Several major missed opportunities. I'm not even sure if I call this episode bad, in the same way I'm not sure I call the Venom movie bad. But Venom is bad for what it could have been, and this episode falls under that category. A lot of filler, several cliched or pointless storylines, and a lot of untapped potential for more dramatic, exciting arcs. With that said, it did contain some funny moments, and at least parts of the episode do progress the story later in the season, but I can't call this a personal favorite. So to answer this question that Heather gave,
I am hereby forming Local 1 of United Workers Against Chris. Who's with me? Everybody?
I'm with her. I'd rather join whatever fictional union that she creates than work on this film set. I just want the next episode to be more exciting than this one was, especially with Trent. He can't be some stock untrusting boyfriend. Can we make him likable again? Hello? 999. Wait, you're repeating number 9 or just saying no in German? Fuck!
It's my right to be hellish. I still